Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of the Mid-South FleX podcast. I am your host, the Mid-South Monster, and today I'm joined by my brother, my business partner, the motherfucking CEO of the Flex Asylum Inc., one half of Latin Flex, and an overall Latin rap pioneer in Memphis. And I'm telling you, man, this guy right here has done a lot in the game so far. And dude, I'm telling you, y'all ready for a great episode, man. It's gonna be a roller coaster of events unfolding with us. We got our homeboy Mexiveli in the building. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Honor and blessed to be here. I appreciate the opportunity and everybody watching. It's an honor and pleasure to be here at the platform, man. I appreciate it, man. It was good.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro. So first and foremost, man, we've been talking about doing one of these podcasts or having an interview with you for like us together for a long time. And then we finally got it set up. We finally got it together. And hey, man, it's good to finally have you right here on the Mid South Flex podcast.
I appreciate it,
So,
man.
yes, sir, man. So, first and foremost, let's talk about the inception of Mexiveli. All right. We're talking all the way back to high school. We're talking even probably before that when you started rapping. What influenced you to get into the game in the first place?
Man, it wasn't, famous people on TV, rich and all that. It was just pure raw talent, man. Before I started writing songs and all that, I was just a freestyle battler because I seen this one guy, man, demolish this other guy, and I thought it was really cool how they was able to do it in a unique way that I never seen before. I seen people sing and I seen people rap, but I never saw like raw going back and forth at it. Being just direct and precise. I never saw nothing like that. And my homie, Benny McCarr, at the time was known as Big Greedy. I saw him freestyle. One of my friends is locked up right now. Free the homie Josh Fletcher. So I saw them both go at it, and of course, Benny McCall came out on top, and I said, "Damn, I want to do that." I want to be able to entertain, and I want to be able to just definitely defend myself. And it wasn't nobody rich; it was just somebody that I knew that was going, in on the cafeteria, and just the feeling that they got from the love and the people cheering, the oohs and the ahs. So I was like, I want to do that. But later on, from the battle rapping on the cafeteria, it changed to like writing songs and you know, just definitely working on my writing skills more than my freestyle. But I try to keep balance on everything. But that's pretty much how I got in the rap game from seeing other people do it, like me, and for them to able to master it, I was able to tell myself that I was able to do that too. Definitely. I started at an early age of 14. You know, just going at it, and I was just a teenager, and I'm still here now.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So within that time span, of course, you got into battle rap, right? Or the battle rap, like just start off for you is like, okay, we're doing ciphers. Sometimes we'll go into a battle. Sometimes you got to flip from battle mode to cipher mode. You know how it goes sometimes. And then later, of course, IMBL, etc. Right? So how did you get into battle rap? Did you start watching battle rap as a fan, or did you just start being a battle rapper first and then become a fan of the sport?
Man, more like you can more likely say that it became. I was first a battler than I was a fan because when I was down in high school, I never heard of King of the Dot or anything like that. I heard it later on down the line. You know what I'm saying? I thought that IBO might have been the first, but nah, later on I realized that they wasn't. They got other people and other bigger platforms like King of the Dot or URL, or they used to have these people in Elements League or Grind Time and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I later on got into them, and I was able to actually just learn from them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the real pioneers, they're the real spitters, the real goats when it comes to the battle rap. You know what I'm saying? But you can say I became a battler first, then I became a fan of the sport.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to recording, like your first track. So, what do you remember the first track you ever recorded, and how was your recording process when you first started?
Man, the first track I recorded is a song called "Back in the Day" featuring Kendall Barnett, and I was probably a junior in high school, if anything, when I recorded my first song. I was a junior. I was probably 2012, if I'm mistaken, and I know that my verse I wrote it, but I freestyle just a little bit at the end. But other than that, it was mostly a written verse. It really wasn't no freestyle, and I was, you know, it was more. It was just like a chill, relaxed song. It wasn't no lyrical, chemical, whatever you want. It was just.
Right,
It wasn't no mumble rap either. I had lyrics here and there. It was just a chill, mellow song at the time that I did, and that's the first song I recorded. Still online. Back in the day, featuring KB or Kendall Barnett. Definitely, I check it out. But that's the first recording I ever did, and it's still online on all platforms. Well, it's gonna be on all platforms, but it's on YouTube and all that right now.
yeah, yeah. I remember the days you had shit going down on that kid. I remember those days,
You talking about
man.
track?
Like I believe it was your first tape, right? Was the self produced one that you did on the phone and on your recording studio at home, right?
You talking about the one I was passing out or what? What you mean?
The one on thatpiff.com.
Oh yeah, that piff, man. I did actually. I think the first that piff project I dropped was one that really consisted of the. I was able to extract freestyles from an application called the Empty Pain. It's really used on the Apple or the iPhones and all that. It's not an application that can be used by an Android at the time. That's what my bro had it. He had that application. He was like, "Hey man, you should use it." I don't know how he got wind of it. Him and not being in this music, but he showed me the application, and it was a badass application. That application also helped, I guess, mold my style or whatever at the time, because that's when T Pain hit,
Right,
and that the auto tune. When at the time he was doing it, it was just crazy. It was all over the place that they was able to market and brand from it, and they created the application, and I was just recording people, just recording just random people. I recorded myself. Instead, it was like a karaoke act. You're supposed to sing over the lyrics, but I was just rapping, freestyling. I really didn't, sing along or nothing. I was just did it my own way, and I attracted those freestyles and some people from school. I would record them in the restrooms or between breaks, or even I remember I recorded you in that specific project. You was
right.
I seen you outside, and I said I got to get him on this application, and you recorded your freestyle verse outside before we went to the buses, man. But definitely
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I appreciate you, man. I still remember. I forgot the name of that track, man. It's so long ago, man. But shortly after that, we did Gavato Boys, and you know, then after
Definitely.
that, you took off, man. I saw you just like you just spread wings, didn't it, man? You started getting around celebrities and hanging out with Rey Mysterio, and you did you opened up a Lil Rob, man. Like that was dope, man. Tell me about that experience. How did you get on with the Lil Rob show?
Man, the Lil Rob show came about. I'm gonna have to say, Somos Uno Lowrider Car Club. They bought up the. They're the ones that bought Lil Rob in town. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that organized the event. But the one that put me on the one that had me as an opener, I gotta give it to thanks to DJ Manny Campos. He reached out to me, and at the time I was still in New Jersey. You know, but I was like, screw it, because that's something that I always wanted to do. I wanted to have on my bucket list. I wanted to open up for somebody that I looked up to, in this rap or Chicano rap, because I'm still a big fan of Lil Rob, and I remember me having his posters on, at my high school locker or whatever, bro. And
Right,
I always wanted to meet him. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching him on TV, and or him being only like at the time when he was on his peak, him being one of the few Latinos featured, along with predominantly black artists or big names. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So
right,
I looked up to him, and I was just took the opportunity to open up for him. So I bought a ticket, came back, opened up for him around September 23rd, 2018. You know what I'm saying? It was the first
nice,
time I ever opened up for an artist, and it was a nice experience. I got to meet him, take pictures and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Hell
that
yeah.
was a nice experience. And the Rey Mysterio, man, it was just a meet and greet. The same people that organized the Little Rob event, the Somos Uno, and the Reyes Customs, they're the same people that bought Rey Mysterio over. And I thought it was a
Oh
good
yeah.
look. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and at the time, um, I remember that I met Thunder Rosa, and I didn't even know she was. I just took a picture of her with her because just the way that she looked, man. She had the makeup on, and she's her being an attractive female. So I gotta get a picture of her. I didn't know, but that was before the fame, before she was even on TV. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was crazy, man. You never know who people gonna grow up to be or who they gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta treat everybody with respect. So
Hell
that's
yeah,
why
man.
she.
Shout out to Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa. I remember she also. I posted up that picture, and I also posted up the. You know how you can post up a picture and you can post up the song, and I posted
Yeah.
that our song, the wet panties or panties wet, and she reposted it. Man, I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Damn. Hell yeah, man.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
question, man. Do you consider yourself to be a Chicano rapper in the quintessential sense of the term, or do you just fall into that category every now and then? Like, what type of like artist would you describe yourself as?
I'm gonna say like this, man. Far more is before being a Chicano. I'm a Mexican. And but I do feel like I fall where I'm labeled, where I'm put in that category under the Chicano rap underground, and I don't mind it at all because some of my favorite rappers that I grew up listening to, and rappers that I learned from, they're in that genre or they're Chicano rappers, and it's ain't nothing wrong. I don't trip. I've been considered a lot of people. They consider me a Chicano. I tell them I'm a Mexican, but I don't trip. I won't say nothing because at the end of the day, we're all the same people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Speaking of, the Latin rap scene, the Latin rap scene here in Memphis, more specifically, I feel like, and a lot of people feel like you were one of the pioneers of having Latin rap in Memphis or Latino-based artists in Memphis. You know, it's not many, but I believe that you were a part of the early ages of that, as well as people like, you know, Brown and Down or, you know, M Town Latinos, you know, shout out to Fabio, man, shout out to MT Loco, you know, and, also props to Big Dice and them, I feel like you were one of those people. Oh, and Sona Sue, sorry, I forgot you, brother. But I gotta ask, man, like you were influenced by these guys in some way, shape, or form. So finally getting to work with these artists, um, how was that for you? Was that like a new staple, new hold in your career, saying, hey, um, I'm riding with these guys on tracks now. You know, did and just a follow up question with that. Um, did Dice ever try to bring you into M Town Latinos though?
Man, to be honest, as a whole, I don't. A lot of people do consider me as being one of the people or pioneers or whatever because this is how it went, bro. And I'm explaining to you the chronological order. The first Latinos to ever hit, like, and I'm gonna say hit, was when the M-Town Latino was at their peak. They were the first Latinos, and that CD, the one that we listen to from time to time, the one that I share, and I'll even, I'll even give props and credit because I posted the link myself, and I would say this is where it started because that's where it all started. That CD itself. To me, it's one of a classic. You know what I'm saying? It had classic hits at the time, and it came around 2006. And I could say, I'm gonna give credit where it's due. I could say them as a whole group, because I don't know many. I know a few, maybe a great number of the M-Town Latinos, but I know that they know me more than I don't. I can't name every single member, but they were like the Wu-Tang Clan of Memphis to a certain degree, because it was a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Any people that I haven't met or worked with yet, but it was just a big, big posse of rappers, and they were formed by Dice and of course Fabio del Chapo and MT Loco, and just to name a few. But I feel like they did play a role, just as a group. I wouldn't say them individually or maybe like individually, I would gravitate more towards like MT Loco and Fabio and all them because they got that California style or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They got their own style. You know, but they did play a role because I heard of them before I was even rapping. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a year later, I was like, "Fuck it, I want to do this shit." You know, but they and as the and definitely Dice, he did approach me, and I was a temporary, or I don't know, like he called it an honorary member, but I was just like a temporary member at the time. Whenever I was going by Andres Guerrero, I got us, maybe like 2 or 3 songs with him. But that's like way after because I didn't even know they broken up and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a part of them Town Latinos, but that was like after Fabio and NT Loco, and basically when all the members left. You know what I'm saying? But it was, and I was just like, but I don't mind. I appreciate the time and the songs that we did, and that's that. But that's in the past definitely. I was just honored and blessed that to able to work with them. You know what I'm saying? From the original members to the former members, or whatever you want to call it. But definitely, yeah, man.
Right, man. And also some other artists, of course, that comes from that same, you know, Latin roots in Memphis that had early start in the rap scene in Memphis was Mexican, of course. And you were riding hard for Mexican, while he was locked up. And you want to tell me a little bit about how you got involved in that and like how that became, uh, a connection, if you will.
Definitely. Them Tarantino, they were the first Latinos I heard as a group. They were passing out that CDs, bro. When he said that they were really, really selling that shit from the trunk, they was because every Latino in school, I remember, were bumping that shit and they were passing it around. You know what I'm saying? At the time, that's even before the MP3 came out.
Right.
We were using CD players, bro, and we were just passing them CDs along, bro. And I was like, damn, but when Mexican came along, he might have came along like a year roughly later when I heard from them and how I met him. It was like I've been heard of this man from through the grapevine. I heard from him from high school peers, but the last thing I ever heard about this man that he was a rapper, I would always hear that he's a big gangster, funny dude, or full of charisma. I was hearing all these people always talk good about him, power lifter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then I got a chance to meet him, but I didn't even know he rapped. It was just like a great, hey, meet and greet, booty I in and out type shit. And later on, I was walking down, I got off the bus, like the early stages of summer, right before we're about to get out of school. And we're walking down the trailer park, over there by where I used to live at, by 61. And
Right.
I recognized him from that one party. I seen him, but I didn't get to talk to him at that party. And I introduced myself like, hey, man, I remember you. I met you, so whatever. And but he didn't really remember me. You know what I'm saying? But then I told him who I was and how I heard about him, and and he showed me he had like a little CD player, but that CD player had like a little speaker, I mean, like a built-in speaker, and he was playing his Mamota, and he had a song too that was like a posse song. It never came out because yeah, he had a posse song, and and he also inspired me because when I heard of them talk Latinos, I didn't really meet them personally. You know what I'm saying? I met them later, years down the line. But when I met him, he had a CD, and I liked the way that he presented himself because he was able to show me his music, put it in the speaker, and and you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front, like I looked up to that. I wanted to be like that. I wanted to be a Latino. I wanted to be like him in the way that, oh man, this man got his CD. It sounds nice. It has quality, and he basically, you could say that he basically pushed me to press out my CDs later on down the line. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But definitely, man. We made that connection, and we freestyled. Because I had a PSP, and that little speaker. Once he played the songs, I put on the PSP, and we started playing instrumentals, and that was that. We were supposed to do big things. I was supposed to be involved in photo shoots and shows, but he got locked up and he got sent uh, to prison, and from there, I believed in the talent, and I still do. And I was able to do what they do with artists like SPM, C Murder, and a lot of artists that would, that are in custody right now. I was able to, get the equipment and recording him. I would record our conversations and extract the verses and copy and paste them to a beat, and then I would lay down, our verses or my verses or whatever. And
Right.
definitely, we that time that he was locked up, we was able to produce one album, 13 tracks, and it's doing good so far. You know what I'm saying? But now he's out, and now we're working on new material. The compilation is dropping soon, definitely on DistroKid and all platforms, and we're still working on new music. And he's definitely there. You know what I'm saying? That's still my bro, and he's still definitely part of the family. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Shout out to Mexi King, man. Love you, bro.
yeah.
Man, it's crazy seeing all the things, including the inception of Latin Flex. Our coming together story. That's a whole nother story that you know I don't feel we should even have to get into, considering um, it's there. It's there, and me being the host, I don't want to be over here talking about me too much either. But this is more about you as a solo artist. You know, um, but you know the Latin rap scene in Memphis, the Latin rap scene in general, it's had so many people come and make their name like heard in the underground. So for you, I feel like you're one of those artists that just fit perfectly in that underground scenario because you've been grinding and hustling independently, like from the jump. You jumped right off the porch with it, doing it all straight independently by yourself, DIY style, which I did as well, so I can respect that a whole lot. Another reason that we ended up connecting. But if there was anything different that you would have done back then to promote yourself a little harder or promote yourself a little different, like I know everybody's had those forks in the road, or those trials and tribulations coming up. For you, like if you could go back and tell your past self, when you were going by Andreas Guerrero, when you were going by your government at the time, like you could tell yourself one thing as your future self, you know, what would it be?
Man, to be honest, so basically what you're trying to say is what would the new me or the me right now would say to the old me, or what advice would I give to myself, right?
Correct.
Well, look, man, this is the thing I can say. You know what I'm saying? I could say that I probably would have. I ain't no regrets, man, because at the end of the day, bro, I learned from my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But I would probably just I don't know, man. That's a hard question. To be honest with you, we I don't want to say there's no regrets or nothing. I know I might have made some flaws here and there, some mistakes, but I would probably just tell myself that maybe with the rap battles, I should have taken them a little more serious. The ones I did with MBL, because on my first rap battle, I saw my opponent, and that's the younger me. I was like, man, this guy, it ain't got nothing to do with color, man. I just said this guy, he's weak. He's not really from the streets. Wooty woo, this and that. And I just took. I didn't even like most of that shit was freestyle. I should have wrote, but that's because I was unaware how the rap battle world was moving. When I heard of the rap battle before the IMBO, I just thought it was like 8 Mile type shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Where either you're rapping on a beat or you just rapping on some kind of rhythm. I didn't know it was like spoken word poetry. I wish I would have educated myself on just on the early stages of my battle rap career, because I feel like I would have gave them better, more sophisticated rounds or whatever. I had some good parts, but for the most part, it was just dry spots. And just
Right.
probably, if I knew people better, I would have taken them. To just say like this, man. I would have not worked with certain people. You know what I'm saying? There was a waste of time and a waste of investments, but other than that, it is what it is. We learn from our mistakes, and that was that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Of course.
And also, like,
Um,
what up?
go no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
and maybe just investments here and there because I was doing so at the time I was fresh out of high school, I was getting the bag and I did some investments that maybe I shouldn't have had, or also me going by my government name. I feel like I should have just thought of Mexiveli earlier, but hey, everything happens for a reason. It's always, God's time is perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it, man.
Now, another thing that I've seen you do that I haven't seen many people do in Memphis, that I thought is such a strategic move in your, from you. Uh, I've seen you take an up and coming hot artist from Memphis like White Sosa and put him on the same song with the Memphis legend Frazier Boy, with Straight Out of Memphis or Straight from Memphis. I gotta ask, man, like, what makes you feel like that position, like to do those types of things? Like, what drives you to do those types of things? Is it, the love for the old and the new, like wanting to bring something different to the table? Like, what inspired you to do that song or try to mash OGs with the new artists, and make a bridge, you know, with these artists?
Man, that's a good question, and you could say all the above, man, because that's what it is. I do try to definitely reach out and collab and work with the OGs. The people that did it before me. Of course, like Oscar Award winner Frazier Boy. Hustle and Flow, and new up and coming viral internet sensation like White Sosa. A lot of people were looking at me crazy. It's not gonna work. This and that. You know what I'm saying? Like the song is doing all right, but it could have done better if we would have shot a music video. And we were supposed to because it was in the plans, and I had already talked to both artists. It's just that COVID hit, and once COVID hit, man, a lot of things didn't go through as it as they should. But maybe later on
Right.
down the line, we'll shoot a music video. I'll get my vocals mixed and mastered or whatever. But the song's there, and that's one of my favorite songs. My favorite collabs. But really, like stuff like that is just me experimenting. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what happens if I merge these artists from these generations, and not just generations, but but also different colors and whatnot. White, black, Hispanic on the same record. I thought it's good luck. Try to unify the people. You know what I'm saying? And that also
Yeah.
came from, and all that stemmed from that one track with I did with Lost Leaders. You know what I'm saying? I did with Lil White, Coops the Nigga, and of course Kingpin, Skinny Pimp. Cause I put all them on the record, and I said, man, I want to do that again, but I want to do it differently. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
what and that's what I did with Straight Out of Memphis. Just put two different artists from the same city, and I feel like it's a good collab. I feel like it might be slept on a little bit here and there, but it's me. It's a great collab. You know what I'm saying? Even Frazier Boy himself called it a crossover. You know what I'm saying? He even thanked me, man. Like appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think. Well, they knew they were gonna be each other. They were gonna be with each other on the track, as I told them to. That hey, you're gonna be with so and so give him a shout out and give me a shout out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Right. And now that's just in Memphis. You also have crossover into Michigan with the track with Kelsey Lynn, and also D12 legend, Detroit legend on D12 Bazaar. I feel like that's dope as hell too, man. I remember when we first met Kelsey in Nashville. I had already been like, yo, we gotta definitely work with her. We're gonna definitely, she was on one of the first people on one of my earlier podcasts and whatnot. Um, I'd like to see you work with her again. By the way, man, that would be dope to see another Mexiveli and Kelsey Lynn collab.
definitely, man. Thanks to you, I was able to meet her at the Snow the Product show, and that's probably one of the biggest artists that you put me in contact with, and definitely, we're gonna work with her. We're gonna have a Land Flex, Kelsey Link collab, and definitely, I would want to work with her again individually. You know what I'm saying? But I also want to see you work with her because she's a homegirl and she's
Right.
doing her thing out there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you made that possible. Definitely, man. And we are in the talks of doing a collab. You know what I'm saying? And just know that I got that verse from her still, and I'm talking to. I think Nutso might produce the beat, and I'm thinking about putting the OG Kingpin Skinny Pimp on the track with us because I also want to do that again, where I'm able to put new artists and the old artists together. I ain't gonna say like old, but the OGs, the generation that came before us. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Yeah, yeah,
that would be a good look and a different one too at that. You know what I'm saying? Like Kelsey Lynn and Kingpin Skinny Pimp on the same record. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Definitely.
man.
And
Yeah, again, making them bridges, building them bridges.
yeah, man, definitely. It's in the talks, it's in the work, so something's gonna come out of it eventually, But I gotta
Right.
thank that to you, and also for the Bazaar track. I feel like you definitely saved that song, because you heard the original one, and I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like the original version had Kingpin Skinny Pimp. Actually, is that one song me and Kingpin Skinny Pimp were on together, but um, I had to do. I had to take Bizarre out the song, and then I did another verse because that's where my second verse comes from. But you was able to save the song and make it into an underground classic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people listen to it. A lot of people go to it. It's when people tell me, "Hey, what's," I ask them, or they're like, if they're a fan, hey, I ask them, "What's one of your favorite songs, bro?" And that's also one of the songs that they go up there and show me, man. I like this song, and I think it's
Yeah, yeah,
crazy. And it's also one of my favorite songs, man. I like what you did. I feel like you saved the song, you engineered it. You did what you were supposed to do, and also, you killing it lyrically. You know what I'm saying? And it means a lot that you were able to jump on the track with me and Bizarre D12. Definitely, Shady Records. Shout out to Eminem.
man. Hell yeah, man. And I appreciate you for having me on that too, man. It was definitely a monumental moment in Latin Flex history, and my history in general. Um, so then we're gonna shoot into what's going on a little bit now and what's been going on. You've made a transition. I wouldn't say transition in the sense that you left behind uh, yourself as an artist, but you're venturing into new territory. Now, you're CEO of FleX Asylum. You're pretty much taking a manager spot in a lot of situations, like uh, for everybody in the crew, pretty much. Um, me, Nutso, Mexican, definitely. Um, and not just that, but you're helping again with the building the bridges and creating an environment for us to be able to prosper and thrive. And I thank you for that very, very much. I thank you for that. I just want to know, you know, what made you want to start taking that position and that role?
Man, you know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest, man. When I started out, when I started out, man, I wasn't thinking wide. You know what I'm saying? I was young, and I wanted to be a battle rapper, a freestyler. I wanted to be a DJ, all that. I just, what I'm saying, cipher rapper. I wanted to do all genres, and I am. But really, bro, it's just that, it ain't really just experimenting, but I also want to get my feet wet, we'll say, and gain experience because I feel like I don't just want to be, I'm pushing 30, man. In a pair of years or so, I'll be 30, bro. And I don't just want to be rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to do more. I want to be more. And I got, so much talent around me. Thank God I got you, Glam Flex, of course, the Midsouth Monster. I got Messi King. I got I Am Nutso. And I even got, new artists from Honduras, Murai, and all the people around me, like they're blessed, you know what I'm saying? And I'm honoring and blessed to even be involved in y'all's projects or y'all's interviews or whatever y'all got going on. I'm honored and blessed, Some y'all might not see me in the couch a lot, but just know I'm behind the scenes, making things happen, definitely trying to guide the homies, in a way. And I just really me looking out not just for myself but for the family, for the label, you know what I'm saying? And definitely even Brink himself told me, man, you need to be like a PR, and that's coming from somebody that's doing entrepreneur and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be that. Let's just say even if I don't make a classic hit, I know somebody in my camp will. You know what I'm saying? And even if I might be directly involved, I might not be, but regardless, man, I'm still gonna play a role in that, and that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to help out the next man come up, and help out the team. Because if one of us makes it, we all make it. You know what I'm saying?
definitely, man. It's very, very admirable as well, man. For real.
So yeah,
Again, I can't thank you enough for the help that you've given me, because you have helped me many, many times in many, many ways. Speaking of taking different roles, how y'all saw what I did there? Y'all see what I did there? Um, Roles, by the way, you are in a movie coming to the Malco Theater in Memphis, correct?
yeah, the 27th of this month. I don't know when the screen starts. I think it starts at 7 and it ends at 9. You gotta double check me on that. But I know it's 27 of this month. I think it falls in on the weekday. I think it's a Wednesday. Don't call me if I'm wrong, but I know it's the 27th of July. Y'all be there at the Malca Theater over there by it's over there by Poplar and all that. So it's a nice area. You know what I'm saying? And
Malco on
definitely,
the Square, I believe, is what
yeah,
they call
Malcolm
it.
Square over there by I don't know if it's called Southern Ave but I know it's over there by Poplar, definitely, man. And y'all come and join us, and that wouldn't be possible thanks to you once again, man, because you've also played a role in that. So I flipped that, you know what I'm saying? You played a role in me having my role, and of course, man, and I couldn't thank you enough, man. I'm definitely happy to be, in the big screen with two of my brothers. And shout out to Z Dog, Teeny Man or Tiny Man, and definitely Jason Foley. Shout out to all them D Life, and I appreciate them having a diverse culture. You know what I'm saying? They got the mix, they got the Latinos, they got the white man, they got you name it, man. And I'm happy that we're playing our roles, we're doing our part. And that wouldn't be possible without you once again, man. And definitely also Rose. We also on a small sitcom, directed and produced by Bring TV himself. And also want to tell the masses about that. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's called Not So Normal. That's a sitcom, and it's gonna be dropping soon on YouTube and even all the Netflix and all the big platforms. On the independent films. You know what I'm
Hell yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, man. And, that's called Always is the name of the movie. Uh, Starring and uh, written by Zarek, aka Z Dog, and Tiny Mane. Shout out to both of them, and shout out to Jason Foley. Foley, I said Foley. Jason Foley, and CC Visuals, D Light Productions, D Light Films, um, whatever they call it. It's my bad. Yeah, man, and then you, me, and Mexican will also be featured um in that movie. So make sure y'all go check that out for sure. If you're not in the Memphis area, that's cool. I'm sure it's gonna be dropping on probably YouTube or Amazon Prime or somewhere like that in the near future.
Yep.
Um, Now we talked about you doing management. We talked about you being a CEO. We talked about you know you doing acting. You know, is there anything else you want to kind of like dabble in, like maybe the production side of things, making beats or engineering, stuff like that?
You know what? Actually, I do, man. With the whole production thing, I don't even remember, but there was a time where I was producing beats when I was in high school. I think I might have gave you
Right.
some. And
Yeah.
definitely my bro. I am Nutso. He inspires me to actually do that again because I know I got it in me because I was producing beats before, and I can get back in it, and I am going to get back in it. So definitely me producing beats or doing some kind of production, I'm gonna eventually do it. I'm gonna get back on it definitely, and also me. Um, I just wanna make beats and produce other artists, of course. You know what I'm saying? Maybe help myself if I can help myself, help the next man. And I do want to maybe be a ghostwriter or help people. You know what I'm saying? Establish themselves as artists, help them behind the scenes. Whether it's me, and once I get the right equipment, I do want to eventually start a podcast or start my own battle league or do my own production and films. But that's later on down the line. Right now I just gotta focus what I got on my hands,
Right.
and definitely I do want to also put out artists, you know what I'm saying, kind of like how the distributors do, and just help them reach levels that they haven't seen before. I want to also put them in my position, introducing the big names, or if I get an opportunity, we just believe we're all going kind of like, with Lamp Flex, we was able to meet Mayweather and of course, the bring TVs and all that, man. I just want to help my team out, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man.
And I
You
also want
know,
to, what up?
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Nah, and sometimes this is just in my back of my head, man. I do sometimes want to maybe do it one time and just, get into battle rap at least once. But say sometimes like for what? You know what I'm saying? I already did it before. Sometimes that's just the competitive young rapper in me, man. But then again, battle rap is a young man's sport, man, and we ain't that young. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
All right, what was you gonna say, G?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, talking about you were talking about doing podcasts in the future. I was gonna say, man, I'd like for you to. It'd be cool if you could, host, the Mid South Flex podcast from time to time as well. That'd be cool. To even see that. On times maybe I'm not able to do it, or maybe you want to bring on a guest, a little more, or do you want to bring a certain guest on or something like that? Then it'd be cool to see you, also, be able to host the podcast from time to time. But we'll talk about that personally, later
Yeah.
on. Um, so this is a question that I ask everybody. All right, and it's really two questions. The first question is, you have your top 5 artists that you can name right off the bat that you think are your biggest inspirations for your work.
Man, I'm probably, I give it to the white boy Eminem. He's up there. I listen to his music. I used to have like catalogs. Basically, I used to have a Zoom back in the day, and I had all his albums. I would study that man like religiously, man. I don't know, man. I got rap like him. He's the top elite. I don't think nobody could be able to fuck with him. Eminem's definitely one of my favorites. He still is. I even mentioned him in the Bring TV interview, and even if I don't get to collab, I would want to meet. I would want to meet the man. At least take a flick or just be able to. Hey, I got to meet Eminem. That's a childhood hero to me. You know what I'm saying? I put him up
Right.
there. I would definitely. I would give it to Tupac. You know what I'm saying? I studied him. In order to be one of the best, you gotta stay the best. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I would say Nas. I like Nas. And the other two are kind of hard to mention, bro. I don't know. It's really I gotta sit down and think, bro. But I would probably give it to what's it called? I already mentioned 3 artists. I'm gonna put SPM up there. Definitely SPM.
Hell yeah.
And who else, man? There's this other artist, man. I'm trying to see who I can put up there, man. Um, well, I don't listen to him, but like I used to, man. But I could say that he did play a role. And well, it's not really just him, bro. It's just a lot of rappers that have that style. You know what I'm saying? The chopper style, the speed rap,
Yep.
fast style. And one time I was studying Twista because I thought he was the top speed rapper, man. And I would just all his songs, bro. Even if there wasn't bangers, I was still studying his flow. I heard he broke the record, and at one point I wanted to be that. I wanted to be the best rapper and the fastest rapper and all that. So, the most lyricist or whatever. And I studied him for a minute, but
Do
it's
you
just
mind if I
hard.
mention it?
Huh?
Do you mind if I mention it?
Go ahead, man.
Speaking of Twister, we, we were supposed to meet that motherfucker too, weren't we?
Yeah, yeah, we was. Yeah, we was, man.
That's wild, man. But it didn't happen. Whatever, it
Because of
happens.
COVID restrictions, even though he damn near did a packed out show, he still couldn't meet his fans because of COVID restrictions and shit. But it is what it is. You know, a lot of people got flipped over that day. Not just me, but it is what it is. I don't know to blame him directly or his management or the promoters. But somebody has to get the fault, man. But it is what it is, man. I was a little disappointed as a fan because I done paid for VIP and shit, and for him to just and I saw him, bro. And a lot of people, it wasn't just me, man. A lot of people were supposed to get to meet him. They were waiting out there for the door with him. As soon as he goes out, somebody says, "Hey, Twisted, take a picture with me," and then he just dips, and they're like, "Ah," you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, bro. I had a lot of, I met a lot of OGs, a lot of people in the industry, and some of them they're good, loyal, humble people that deserve the positioning, and other people, bro, they forget where they come from, or I don't know if they're too good for their fans, or even artists that they might have influenced and inspired. But it is what it is, man, and I just don't want to be that in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, man. Shout out to Twister.
Yeah.
All right, so you got one more.
One more what?
One more
Artist.
artist. Yeah.
Man, you know what, bro? I'm gonna put him there, bro. I'm gonna say Lil Rob, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, I was influenced, inspired by him, and I don't listen to him like I used to, but definitely he plays a role. You know what I'm saying? He inspired me, he influenced me too, and that's that. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. All right, so the other question is similar to the first question. You have your biggest album or biggest project that you're gonna release, right? And you have 5 features from the mainstream or you know the underground pick of well-known names in the industry that you would put on this album, and who would they be, man?
I can first and foremost I can think of from the top of my head, I would say Project Pat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's, he's a legend. And and definitely, bro. It's a surprise that I'm gonna let the fans know, but I'm in the talks with him. We talked before, and something's gonna come up, man. You know what I'm saying? Mexiveli Project Pad
Hell
is gonna come later on down the line. It's in the talks. We talked about it before. I just gotta definitely, it's a music business, and I don't mind it, bro. He's a legend, and I should have put him on my other list because he did influence me. You know what I'm saying? He influenced my style, and definitely I look up to Project Pat. I respect him. He's a Memphis legend, and definitely I would love to, get to meet him and actually work with him. We definitely do talk. Just know that a collaboration is in the talks, and soon it will be in the works. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
yeah.
and other artists that I could want to work with, man. I mean, a lot of people that are on my first, like on the list that I mentioned previously, is people that I would want to work with, definitely. But I know that's a far reach, man. But I'm trying to think of some other names because I don't want to repeat myself. Um, Let me see, man. Who would I want to work with, man? That's a hard question, bro.
And it might feel like it's a far reach now, but that don't mean that in the future it'd be a far reach.
Damn, I'm trying to think, man. Who could I? Okay, you know what? I would like to work with Chris Rivers or Baby Pun or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I would like to work with him. I
Hell
would
yeah.
like to Snow the Product, definitely.
Hell yeah.
Who else, bro? Who else, bro? Man, who else? Who else? Who else, bro? I'm trying to think.
So far,
Uh,
so good.
Man, it's just I don't know, man. It's hard. It's a hard question you throwing at me, man. You're supposed to take it easy on me, man.
Come on, man. You know I give everybody the same treatment on here.
Yeah, man. Who else? Oh yeah, I would like to work with man, that's a hard one. I think Kevin Gates, man. I would like to work with Kevin Gates.
Oh shit.
And who else, bro? Yeah, Kevin Gates and how many more I got, man. You know what? Who could I put on that list, man, that I would want to work with? Man, ain't really that many artists, man, but um definitely I would want to work with SPM. I know I mentioned him before, but he's definitely up there in the list that I would want to work with.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got close enough to work with Juan Gotti.
Yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to Juan Gaudi. He also influenced my style. He inspired. Well, I ain't gonna say like he inspired me fully, but definitely, I looked up to the OG, and I still do, and I learned from him too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
Hell
say that
yeah.
I got his flow and Project Plat's flow, and but they are people that I used to look up to and still do. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And who else, bro? Who else I would want to work with? You know what? The game. I bought the game definitely.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I like the game. I fuck with the game. I like the game. I'm a fan. He also influenced and inspired me in a way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hell yeah. If
Is
you
that
ever
it?
do
Or,
like a song with the
huh?
game, not I'm gonna cut you out, but you ever do a song with the game, I want to be on that motherfucking song, man.
Nah, you will be. You will be, man. You will be, bro.
It's one of my favorite
And
artists.
yeah, he's one of my favorite artists too, man. I'm not gonna front. I listen to all his, actually learned a lot from him. His flows, he does a little bit of everything, and I kind of want to be that. All the artists I mentioned, they do a little bit of everything. They go outside of their genre, and they'll do they'll do the impossible. They'll do like pop songs and all that. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll go back and do underground shit, and that's what I
Right.
want to, what I want to do. And but definitely, man, I would like to meet Daddy Yankee. He's up there. Definitely, he's
Ooh,
one of. And that's that, man.
hell yeah, man.
Oh yeah, man. Also, I met some people from. I'm gonna put it out, man, because I don't always do this, but I met some people online, and
Mhm.
they want me to be on the. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, bro. But I might. They want me to be on a diss track, and it's towards Skinny from the Nine. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Oh
got
shit. Tell them the
yeah.
history real quick, so there's some context of why you would even consider doing that.
All right, this is a true story, man, and I don't always put it out, but definitely the truth's gonna come out. And I waited because I'm a humble dude. You know the reason I got a collab. The collab that my homeboy mentioned previously about with Kelsey Lynn. Skinny from the Nines on that particular record. You know what I'm saying? And I did business as a man, and I don't got it easy as they do. I work. I actually have a hard job. I'm not bragging or nothing. I know we all work and this and that. But thing
Right.
was, he posted up on Twitter, "Hey, I'm working with all budgets. Send me a budget, and I'll do a track." You know what I'm saying? And me having that Jersey connection, I did it so I could also get a chance to like meet him later on down the line. Hey, I'm in Jersey. Let's do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, bro. To try to take it to the next level. And he pretty much wind up. I sent him the money, and he took a couple weeks, but he sent me this track, and it wasn't even the beats that I sent him because I sent him like three beats to choose, and I told him I wanted a verse and for him to shout me out and say his name, and he just pretty much sends me a whole different beat, and it's just pretty much the chorus. You know what I'm saying? And after that, him and his management they just left me on scene because it's not really what I paid for. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, me thinking that well, because I don't know, I done paid other artists for features, and they never pulled this stunt. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much what he had did was he sold me a track that he sold to another artist. It wasn't even an original track, and I found out later on down the line after I done got a big name from Michigan, Kelsey Lynn on the record with us, and she's promoting it. She done also everybody done spending bread, on studio time or whatever the case may be. Well, I spend time on a feature, and she's spending time on studio bread, and I feel like you know later on down the line, thanks to K Pasa, the Midsouth Monster, he searched up the song and he found the whole difference. It's the same song but different artists, and it's Skinny on the hook, Skinny Pimp. I mean Skinny from the Nine. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
that's Skinny
Nah. Skinny from the Nine, definitely.
We love you, Skinny Pimp.
Yeah, man, I want to hear twisting names and stuff, man. Shit. But anyways, Skinny from the Nine, and I reached out to the other artists were mad at me because they were like, "Oh, you stole my song, this and that," and I ain't steal nobody's song. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no thief, and
Right.
they were going at me like I done stole their song, and it wasn't even like that. And later on, I was able to have an understanding with one of them, and he just said what it was because I made a remix. I was like, you know what? We all got played. So you just let me try to make the best of it, and let me just make a whole remix, 5 minute remix, and that was that. And the guy was like, "Man, like you told me like this, you trying to stunt, knowing that we both got played and robbed, but I was just trying to make this a good situation bad. I mean, no, make the best out the situation. You get what I'm saying?
Make a bad situation good, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I did the official remix or whatever because we were pretty much the only artists that done got robbed. I mean, and that was that. And then later on, like I was trying to work with Skinny. I mean, with Skinny from the Nine again. We're not worried. Just settle that, that little dispute. And I got screenshots and all that. And he wound up blocking me because I was going to expose him. I said, hey, look, man, you did this, you did that. I paid you bread, and you wind up selling me a song that you already done did with this other artist, and that's not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? And he
Right.
wound up blocking me, and then I got this other account, so I went, and then I was going through the comment section, and I seen people, and he's not the first people that I seen. I seen other people comment, hey, you robbed me for a feature, or you did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And at first, because I respect as a Latino, and me, having really close ties to New Jersey, I respected him. You know what I'm saying? I respected that he was the only Latino doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I admire that. Just as simply him being Latino, we being Latino. Like I respected that, and that's why I reached out to do a collab. But I didn't know, and I said, man, this man, I didn't before he did me dirty. I was, rooting for that man because that man, and I didn't understand why, but now I see why. But he would get beat up, stumped on. He was like a walking lick, and I was like, damn, they doing him dirty because he one of us or he Latino. And later on, now I see why they done, why they doing him like they do him online. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably done did other people dirty, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And these other
Right.
people, and I really was thinking about, like we're artists. You did me dirty in the business aspects, and definitely I've been wanting to take some shots at him, expose the truth. But I waited because that man he wound up getting shot in his leg. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe in kicking a man while he's down. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, that shows your character, bro. It shows how you could take the high road of the moral high road right there and be the better man, the better person in that situation. I gotta take my hat off to you for that. Because some people will kick a motherfucker when they're down just out of spite, and out of anger. But regardless, you didn't let that, convince you to, regardless of what he did to you, you didn't let that, persuade you to, be ugly about it.
Yeah, because I was still trying to work with him and work things out, and that's the things I get. But I waited because I was gonna drop a diss track. I had already a couple bars ready. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I heard he got shot or whatever in his leg, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait it out. I don't want to just, you know what I'm saying? He's getting shot at. He's over there, recording himself bleeding out to death, and I'm over here dropping the diss track, and that wouldn't look good. You know what I'm saying? And some
Right,
people would have done it, man. Some people go as far as disrespecting the dead, but I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I ain't trying to do nothing for clout or attention. But definitely, I do wanna make sure that nobody ever works with him again, and not just work with him. I don't want to make. I don't want nobody else getting ripped off. You know what I'm saying?
Don't put your money into him.
I'm not putting no money at all, man. You know what I'm saying? That was a bad investment. And people tell me, they knew the background, but now they on your platform, exclusively, I'm making it known. But definitely, I do got other, artists that want to get back at him, and I might jump in that posse diss track, but I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see.
Well, I'll tell you this, me. I like the diss tracks. I love that type of shit. You know, asking me, that motherfucker ain't shot right now, so
Yeah, no, definitely, that's why I came up again, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I did have a recent conversation with him, and I ain't like his response. You got at least man up and be like, hey, okay, you know what? I'll do this, I'll do that. I'll recompensate. He don't even gotta do with money, bro. He should just, he could have. We could have worked it out, but he don't want to, and it's cool, bro. I gotta, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying?
you gotta call your losses sometimes.
Yeah, definitely, man. But it's a possibility, and I feel like it might happen more likely, man.
Give me 1 second. I need to grab this cord before my phone dies. I should have brought it in.
All right, good, man.
Another question that I have for you, man. As far as working with Nutso, man, I know that you guys are working on some shit and doing some things in the works, man. Is there anything that you want to talk about in particular dealing with, Nutso EMT as far as the truth concerned, or another member of the Midsouth FleX Coalition? I am Nutso. Shout out to you, man. Is there anything in the works with him?
You know what? Actually, man, we are having he's kind of mentoring me now on the production side because he influenced and inspires me to actually get back at the production. Him being, him at his age starting off and him doing good. and I got an advantage because I was producing beats when I was a youngin. You know what I'm saying? I might have stopped and I might have lost a little bit of touch, but if he's able to do it, he inspires me because I'm able to do it. You get what I'm saying? So we're definitely working on that. He's helping me out in that aspect of being a producer, and me and him, we right now really we're I don't know where this project is going to, but you're also in it. And lately we got our new artist. Um, well, not with the Nutto, but I'm talking about like, well, yeah, Nutto's actually involved too because I think we're working on Murai's first project. You know what I'm saying? And I know he has a track. He has a track with Nutto. They performed it at the Lagodi Gathering. I mean Lagodi Palooza.
The logo together.
Well, they performed it. I don't know if you remember, but that was one of the exclusive tracks they did together, produced by I
Yeah.
Am Nutso and of course Murai. He's not just a rapper, but he's also an engineer and producer. And then last time y'all was here at the crib, we was able to knock out that track. And basically Lucy has two tracks that feature me. Well, one track features me and you, FleX, and the other track features me and Messi King. And then him and Nutso got that one track they got. So we're like the features that are going to be on his recent project. I don't know if it's gonna be a mixtape or album, but we'll see. But definitely, all that solo material he got is gonna be included there. So I do want to help out. Definitely, Lucy Murai. You know what I'm saying? Like he know what he's doing, but he's new to Memphis, and we just gotta teach him the ropes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, man. And yo, honestly, man, I heard some of that track. It sounded good, man. It sounded good. I can't wait for that shit to drop. Sounds good. It's gonna be a banger, y'all. It's gonna be a banger. Might be a hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling him. Man. He got a couple potential hits on his laptop right now as we speak, man. The track with me and Master King and the track with me and you, man.
Yeah,
Definitely,
man.
man.
All hits, man. All potential hits. Back to you, man. So, is there any type of investments that you would want to do down the line once you start, you know what I'm saying, making your name and the brand becomes at a, I don't want to say the exposure is to the full potential, but I want to say at a comfortable spot. Do you feel like there's any investments you want to make as far as like branding yourself or branding, you know, all of us, branding the Asylum?
You know what, bro? I'm glad you asked that, and maybe from time to time I do have investments in my mind. I want to, I want us to come back to Bring TV, but as a group this time. You know what I'm saying? But I want you beforehand. I want you to go up there individually. Not Laugh Flex, just the Midsouth Monster. You know what I'm saying? And I do want to go back to by myself again, but maybe I'll wait after we go in as a group. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
I already got a solo interview. We all got a solo interviews. Just me. I mean, just waiting on you and Lucy. But regardless, I do want to show up as a clique, kind of like what I'm saying, and present ourselves at the Miss Out Coalition or the Flex Asylum or whatever. Whoever shows up to the interview, and hopefully it's me, you, Nutso, Messi King, and Lucy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
all right.
But I also want to, speaking of investments, I definitely would want to. Maybe the only two features I got, like one, I would pay for Project Pad to hop on my project, but I want to pay Skinny Pimp to hop on y'all's. So I want y'all to do a song like an official song with Skinny Pimp. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Mr. King about it. I talked to you, Nutso, and even Lucy. I already got a couple songs with Skinny, but I want y'all. Once I have it, I would buy a feature from Skinny so he can hop on y'all's tracks. You know what I'm saying? Or have a posse
Yeah,
track or however it goes. That's an investment that I would want to do. Definitely bring TV time. I would want to maybe invest in the radio station, at least get it, do a pot. I don't know how it's gonna work out, be an individual track, a collab, or posse track, but I want to get it out there. And also, I would love for us individually or as a group to do a music video. You know what I'm saying, and present it on the countdown again, kind of like what we did with you, Dark Capo, and Nutso. You know what I'm saying? I want to do those
yeah,
types of investments again. Definitely put y'all on the countdown again. You know how I do, man. If I got it, I'll do those investments. Definitely, bro. I still got to put myself to the countdown, but I'm not even tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? If my partner's got music videos that are, that are legit, I'm gonna do that investment kind of like I did with both of y'all. You get what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man.
they made it to the countdown, bro. That's the crazy part, man. More than
Yeah,
once,
and
more than
it looked
once.
good. It looked
Yeah,
good, man, and it was a good look. And again, shout out to Brink TV, shout out to Brink. Uh, you know, that guy right there is kind of like an instrumental part of our career at the Asylum because he's worked with all of us in some way, shape, or form. You know,
yep.
and it's though like Mexiveli mentioned, the sitcom. Also, the solo interviews with himself, doing an interview. Nutso did a solo interview. Mexiking did a solo interview. Me and Mexiveli did the Latin Flex group interview for the Extendo. I think it was one of the first Extendo episodes. I noticed he don't really use the Extendos very much. Like not many people get the Extendos, so that was kind of special because there hasn't been. I mean, there's a few of them. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like most people, are usually seen sitting on the couch. We were at like a round table, like we was in an office in a business meeting with the dude. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, like they do with the actual podcast, man, with the microphones and all that, man.
Mhm.
That was a nice setup, man. But
Felt like
also,
a little press conference.
yeah, but also that, just not, like the question that you asked me, I also, besides musicians, bro, I also want to put us out as actors. I talked to Brink and Foley, because I also want to put my partner Nutso on the project with us, and I vouch for him. Like, hey, and I'm not even lying. You know how it is, bro. I say Nutso's not just a good creative, musician, rapper, whatever, but he's also, in my opinion, I feel like he's a good actor. You know what I'm saying? And I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
if you pass, and I told them both this: if you cast him on your movie or your sitcom, he would be a detrimental character. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't say detrimental. That's the wrong word.
Man, what's the word, man? What's the
Detrimental,
word, bro?
influential character, or
Yeah,
I
I
don't
thought
know
that
what
you
you would
meant.
say. I don't know if people would be like detrimental.
I thought I thought detrimental was like important. You know what I'm saying? Like big, colossal. I don't know, man.
I guess it could be, but I always thought like I always heard detrimental being used in a negative connotation, like like oh it was detrimental to the situation, but it could have been like detriment in the sense of negativity. But detrimental might have a positive connotation that I've never really heard. So I mean, you might be right, but you know, uh, regardless, Nutso not only has a good physical appearance for acting as well as being in other music videos, etc., but he also has a voice that stands out as well. So the voiceovers, which you and me just ventured through Flex Asylum Inc., and we're in the talks about a partnership with Phoenix Publishing, which is
I was just gonna bring that up, man. To be honest, yeah,
yeah,
Phoenix Publishing.
right, man. So like, you want to go ahead and plug that?
Definitely. Look, though, this is all I can say about the Phoenix Publishing. Shout out to them. They're doing their part. And once again, if it wasn't for the Miss Out Monster and I Am Nuts, so I wouldn't even be involved in that partnership. Oh yeah, Nutso told. I mean, I gotta do a lot on here, but he told me that we gotta hit her up some point or sometime. I don't know if he talked to her yet. I guess she wanted to talk to us or talk to you mainly because he said he get tell K Paz to get a hold of her. But regardless, if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be involved in this project or this whatever was going on, man. And I'm honored and blessed, and it's something new because I never worked with publishing companies before. You know what I'm saying? But it's something
Right.
that it helps me out because I'm able to venture and able to explore and get my feet wet in these other areas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
If
Shout
you
out to Toya. Uh,
if you want to tell the people, man, the public, man, like what's really going on, since you're more in depth with that. You know what I'm saying?
I can't disclose too much information currently about that. Well, aside from what's already being produced and being released, like Gangster Chronicles, which I am also is the narrator and main character of that series. And there's comic books that are probably going to be in the work here soon. And some other things. I've definitely been close to Toya. I've grown close to her as a friend, and we talk a lot about what moves we can make next. So definitely, shout out to Toya, shout out to Phoenix Publishing, everybody over there. Um, Hopefully, we get to do some big things. I'm looking forward to seeing what 2023 is going to be for all of us. Um, Aside from that, man, going back into the life of Mexiveli, you know, you're also related to a couple celebrities, right? Like your cousin, right? He's a Redbirds player, right?
Oh yeah, man. He actually went from being well, I know he got picked in Mexico. I forgot what team he was playing for. I think it was I don't know if it was Los Charros or some, bro, but he got picked by talent scout. I think that's what they're called, talent scouts or whatever.
Yeah,
And,
Scouts,
and
yeah.
they yeah, and they gave him a contract, but it was like I don't know, like Mexican Major Baseball League, whatever, and they wind up transferring him to the. He wound up signing like a minor deal, I believe, with the Cardinals, and with that minor deal,
Oh,
he was able to play for the St. Louis Cardinals, and he was able to play for the Redbirds because the Redbirds and the Cardinals they have a connection. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's some kind of connection with them. Like, but he was able to transfer and now he's on the Atlanta Astros, man, and I think that's pretty badass. You know what I'm saying? He's in the major baseball leagues now. He
hell
went
yeah,
from
man.
he went from playing Mexico professional baseball to Redbirds to the St. Louis Cardinals, and now he's Atlanta Astros, and that's big right there. You know what I'm saying? And congrats to
Hell
him.
yeah.
Shout outs to Choi Jesus Cruz Sustaita. That's his name, definitely, man. And he's a pitcher and he does
Oh,
good, man. Yeah, yeah,
hey, fastball.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Man,
So yeah. What
it's
up?
just insane. It's insane what repertoire you have. It's you have an arsenal of talent, skills, and mystique behind you, history behind you. You know, uh, do you feel like you could be one of those people that are like in the spotlight a lot? Because I mean you're a good talker and everything, but as far as behind the scenes, I feel like that's where your shine is. Making moves, pulling strings, behind the curtains. Is that what you want to see yourself like as like, or do you want to see yourself more in the spotlight every now and then?
Man, that's a tricky question, bro. As whatever God hasn't planned, I want to make it. But if I don't make it, I know y'all will. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean make it, I don't just mean being in the spotlight constantly, but I want to, make an income and provide for myself, my team, and of course, my family. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, man. Whatever is best, man. If I got to be in the spotlight all the time, Sonny, I wouldn't mind it, bro. And I wouldn't turn. I don't want to. I don't want to be those artists that forget what they from and they get tired of the fame and success because I know it can take a toll on you. But we just gotta come prepared. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be organized, and I don't want to turn. I don't want to be that grumpy motherfucker that later on turns down pictures and turns down signing autographs and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I know how it feels to be shunned down and get ignored by one of your favorite celebs or favorite whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't never want to make nobody feel how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Shout out
that.
to
Yeah,
Twister.
Twister. It is what it is, bro. I ain't tripping about that, man. But
I'm
yeah.
talking shit, man. My
Nah, he
bad.
good, man. Yeah, he good. Hey, let them know. They gotta know, man.
Yeah, man. Like Latin Flex, man. Like we are such a like the Asylum and the Coalition is such a diverse group of people. You know, we got yourself. You know, we got me. I'm do the more like the horrorcore metal trap. I dive in a little everything. Here and there, country rap. You know, uh, then you got I am Nutso. His voice just stands out so fucking well, and he can just eat a track. And he's like a hardcore motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But he can get political with you. Makes the king. He's witty. He got wordplay. And he's got a flow that's crazy as hell. And then Morai, who's new to the group.
Yeah, the newest
This guy
member.
from Honduras. Like
Yeah, yeah. You
he
could
does
say he's
reggaeton.
the reggaetonero, the reggaeton rapper. That's pretty much his what he's good at, bro. And ain't nothing
Yeah,
wrong with that. But
but this
definitely,
this coalition of artists, we all work together and we all are inspired by each other. But I'd had to say the glue that holds us together has been you for the longest. You know what I mean? So, that's why it's important to have you on the show because you're also somebody that people who are trying to get to the position that we're in, not saying that we're in the position that we want to be in, that we got a road to travel, you know, but some people younger people might look at you as a role model and be like, I want to do what he's doing. I want to be able to be like Mexiveli, So if there's anybody out there listening who might be able to be inspired by you or influenced by you, what advice would you give them from the position you're in now?
Man, you know what, bro? I would say this, man. You can make it on your own, or also you could be like me and definitely because many people, unfortunately, bro, they ain't blessed, and not that I'm not saying that they ain't blessed, but some people don't have the connections, they don't have the resources, they don't have driven, talented people around them. They might have leeches and bloodsuckers that just trying to get a dime or whatever, bro. And I would just tell them, hey, you make sure that you're in a positive space, you positive surroundings, make sure that your team is also like a family, and definitely that don't feed into the negativity. Don't There's times where I feel stressed, depressed, whatever, and I want to quit. But I know y'all say that I'm the glue, but the people around me are the people that keep me going. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the people that I'm with, my team. They got talented, they're diverse, they're different, and we do our own shit. And definitely, bro, I'm just blessed and honored to be around amongst y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I would just tell them, don't quit, don't give up. Just keep going. There's a lot of help. If y'all want to, y'all can reach out to me personally. I'll help you out, guide y'all, or I'll definitely put you on the right place, or I'll do what I can. You just gotta show me that you want it. You gotta show me that you're talented, or you gotta show me that you're building up your talent, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I can. Also what people don't have nowadays, they don't got patience. And I try to be patient. I know sometimes I might be, but regardless, man, patience and virtue is a key, bro. Because I'm trying to mold and help the next man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm responsible. I don't even want to take. Everybody's their own man. You're your own man. You know what I'm saying? You came up like you knew how to. Once I met you, bro, just know that before I met you, I was recording songs, bro. I was going to the studio, then I got my own equipment, and I was pretty much recording and engineering my own stuff. Then we got linked up again, and then you pretty much just been my engineer for the whole couple, these past years, man. And I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel people need definitely talk, get their visions out, express themselves. You know what I'm saying? They need to be more direct, and you know what I'm saying. Don't beat around the bush. It's a music industry, but it's also music business, and it is what it is. If you don't got the money, it's okay. There's plenty ways to get yourself and your music out there. You know what I'm saying? But I would just say, don't give up. Don't get discouraged.
Like bringing it to a little, not too personal, but a little personal within our own movement and within our own group and coalition. I'm not afraid to talk about some of those points, at all, because like they're gonna see our struggle, they're gonna see the things that we go through, they're gonna see that regardless. So like there are times that for y'all that don't know, Mexiveli will have to put me in check, from time to time, and remind me of why this is important and not the bullshit. Sometimes I sway off into some bullshit, and when I do start taking my eye off the prize and off the ball, that's the man who always brings me back to reality. So for sure, man. Like, what's it we always say? You know what I'm saying? You on your Diddy shit.
Yeah. I definitely, man. I do want to be like, definitely Diddy or well, I don't know about Suge Knight, man, but I do want to be like a DJ Khaled or Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? Just have the people around me flourishing and just doing them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like these other big. I'm not gonna even gonna say names, but there's big name artists that they don't let their artists succeed, or they don't want them to be surpassed. And I don't care if I'm not afraid to say, hey, this guy's better than me, or this guy, he's gonna make it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to say that. I want y'all to make it. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. And definitely, bro, just know that you inspire me, influence me to go hard. Me and Lucy were actually talking that the other day. He says, I don't know what, but he says sometimes when I go hard, y'all go hard. And sometimes when QP goes hard, I gotta go hard. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like a chain reaction. And, we're talking about like whenever we freestyle or write or whatever, we make each other just definitely go hard, man. If he's going hard, I gotta go hard, man.
We
And it
bring
is.
the best out of each other.
Yeah, we definitely do, man, and that's what I want to do because you're supposed to do that. If you're bringing the worst out of each other, draining each other's energy, then you're not gonna have energy for the music. You know what I'm saying? But definitely though.
Yeah, we gotta have that good dynamic. Man, so the music video I want to talk about now is Opportunities. So Opportunities is such a like DIY perspective of that time. It was pretty fucking classy. I ain't gonna be around the bush about it. That motherfucking video looks dope to me. You had the limousine, you got all the ladies with you, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you turning up, man. This is side of Mexiveli that I'm like, he on this ball shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's the side of Mexiveli that I ain't used to seeing at that time, man. But now, bro, I seen you at the Hip Hop Awards, drip down, you know what I'm saying? Doing interviews, drip down, looking good, presenting yourself, man. So the brand is there definitely. But Opportunists, man, how did that music video come about? And like, I feel like that's one of my favorite songs by you, as well as one of your most. That's one of your hits. It's
yeah,
one of your best
definitely.
singles, man.
Yeah, definitely it is, bro. I'm not even gonna front. It was there. Don't bring TV, and definitely, bro. A lot of people fuck with it, and even the people, the limousine guy before we even did the video, bro. I showed him the song, and even the video girls, bro. They all fuck with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And well, look, bro. First, before the video came, the song came, and I recorded that song. Shout out to AC Dutch of Studio 224. Now is Dutchland. But I recorded the song. The same building that Give Me Some is located at, just the floor underneath it. That's where I recorded the song and the video. Because you also see the building right there, and just I really, bro. To be honest, bro, the song, I'll put it like this, man. Before I did that, I had two other videos. I had the major comeback, and then I had the bar challenge. And then I said, you know what? My next video, I wanted to be like a club anthem, a club single, like a party track, whatever. Because the previous tracks, they were just me barring, just me barring the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be on the lyricist tip of that. You know what I'm saying? And I want people. I wanted to create an anthem, something not too like fast, not too lyrical, just dumb it down a little. Even though it ain't no mumble rap, I still had lyricism in it. But I feel like that song I did what I was supposed to do because I heard people sing it, and it makes me feel good whenever because that song gets brought up the most. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter if you a lyricist because I try to, and I've done it. On the bar challenge and the major comeback, I tried. And I did. I barred it out. But nowadays, bro, it ain't just about having lyrics and flows and all that. Being lyrical, you gotta have a message and even if you do have a message in the other songs, they're not gonna understand it because you're going too fast. It's too advanced for them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And,
right.
and, and opportunists, you know what I'm saying? I had a message. I had a story behind it. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. It ain't just me rapping fairy tales. Like I rap what I live, and opportunities is actually a story. Even on the video shoot, man. Believe it or not, shout out to my homegirl Denise. You know what I'm saying? She wound up hitting one of the limos, man. It was crazy. We got,
What?
yeah, bro. A matter of fact, bro, I got pictures and I'm gonna upload them later on. But it ain't, she knows the daily, bro, because what we were supposed to upload them. And I know she did, but she wouldn't have no hard feelings, you know what I'm saying? Because she one that also suggested, hey, we need to upload them like a throwback. And at first I was like, damn, I gotta see because I don't want it rubbing off wrong on the limo man. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want, but hey, but maybe later on down the line we'll do like a little behind the scenes and we'll include those pictures. But yeah, she wound up hitting one of the limos by accident, and
Damn.
and also on one of my bars, I was rapping some true shit, bro, saying riding in my low. No, I was like, we was hanging at Toro Loco. My homie got shot up in the fofo by Tad Cholo, running his
All right,
Lolo.
hold
That
on.
did happen.
gotta do it. Hold on. DJ Vlad. You were involved in a shootout of some sort.
Oh yeah, no music video, man. Yeah, man. I mean, not the music video. The first time I went to a club, there was this one guy, man, and I didn't really. I was. I mean, we was bumping heads, man. And I told my homie, I'm not going to the club. Fuck the club. I'm staying home. And he said, because I didn't want to ride with that guy. You know, to him and his girl, they were riding in the front in the passenger, and me and my homie, we were gonna go in the back. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'm not. And I said, I'm not riding with him at all. I don't care. I'm not riding with him. And then he said, you know what? We'll go on. So we wind up riding, following him, the guy that I didn't want to ride. We wind up, getting inside a little bitty truck, and we wind up following him to the club. And once we get to the club, they wind up shooting that man's car up. Gladly him and that one girl, nothing happened to them, but they wind up shot him, at the back seats where me and my homies were supposed to go. You get what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, that could have been us. You know what I'm saying? I could have been dead, shot up, whatever, bro. And just because I didn't want to ride in that man's car, nothing happened. You know what I'm saying?
Man, dude, that's a blessed moment right there. That's a fate right there. You know what I'm saying? That's fate.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody came out of that injured.
No, nobody came. Just the car was shot up, but everybody came out straight, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good. Like speaking of crazy situations, I gotta ask you, man, what's the craziest moment you've ever seen at a show, like that you were performing at?
You know what, bro? The craziest thing, and there wasn't. Well, I ain't gonna say it's a hard question. I mean, nothing really has happened while I perform, but I remember, and I gotta say it, and I'm not even trying to put nobody under the bus, but I remember we went to support Ian Nutso at one of his shows, and then that one crazy bitch wound up taking his phone and try running over him. I think that's the craziest. That's got to be like the craziest thing I've seen at a show. You know what I'm saying? Like him damn near getting ran over by that one crazy chick, bro. That's probably gonna be the craziest show experience that I done had. You know what I'm saying? But that was it.
That had to be my craziest moment too, actually. Like when it came to the show I performed at. I seen some crazy shit over time, but I ain't never seen my homeboy get motherfucking ran over by a truck in the parking lot.
Yeah, man, that was wild, bro. I was unexpected. That was wild. We was just chilling, cool. The next thing you know, we're all running out the building, following. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy,
I'm on
man.
the back of that bitch's car, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro. He was hearing that shit. Crazy.
Man, we had some crazy fucking shows, man. Some crazy fucking times, man.
Even Lagodi Palooza, man. That was one of them too, man.
I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, definitely. That was good.
You talk about it if you like, man. That's up to you.
Nah, it's cool, man. Definitely, I feel like it was a good show. There's always behind the scenes drama, man. But at the end of the day, bro, we did what we had to do. We rocked the show, we rocked the stage, and not just that, but we also had an interview and we did a freestyle cipher outside. Shout out to the Sip, shout out to the What You Sipping podcast. I think that's what they're called, right?
Yeah, what you sipping on podcast, man. Shout out to them, man. I can't wait to see our interviews and our cipher. We did a cipher for them.
Yeah, man, definitely. You know what I'm saying? I was happy that I was able to get y'all together to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I couldn't imagine the cipher without you, so I went and got you, man. I know you was busy helping other artists out, but hey, bro, we got this is important. This is an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That was just me being on my manager shit, I guess. I don't know, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I've seen a lot of the transitions. We covered pretty much everything. I want to talk about some of the what's going on in pop culture with you, man. Get your perspective on a couple of things. Like one, you mentioned earlier that Eminem and the Game were both influential to you. What do you think about the Game dissing Eminem, calling Eminem out, man? What do you think about that situation?
I'll tell you what, bro. I feel like if you look at other interviews, bro, there's interviews of Game praising Eminem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I've seen an interview where Eminem he talks a little bit about the Game, but he doesn't talk bad about him. He's just saying they're asking him it was a rare interview, but they're asking him, like they even asked him about Fat Joe and other artists that would you wouldn't even, because Eminem he collabs with a lot of his own artists, so the people that are under his label or whatever, or Aftermath, but he doesn't really go out there and collab with outside artists. He has a song with Fat Joe, and they ask him about him, and they ask him about the game, and he just said, that's a new artist that we're working with. He's under G Unit, 50 Cent, whatever. But that's all I heard him say about the game. You know what I'm saying? He might have not
Right.
said much, but regardless, he still mentioned the game, and they got a song together, the We Ain't, and that's one of my favorite. But I love both of them artists, and I would love to see that because I feel like that's a good match for Eminem. You know what I'm saying? I know they got their different styles, but at the end of the day, they're both lyricists. You know what I'm saying? They both do good on diss tracks. And even the game said it himself. He says, I'm not trying to fight him. I'm not trying to get no clout. He just says that it's rap and hip hop at the end of the day, bro. And that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? We need more competitiveness. And I respect the game for that because he said it himself. A lot of people were trying to bash on, you're doing it for clout, woo, this and that. But he said it himself, I'm not trying to pick up the straps. I'm not trying to fight him. I'm just trying to rap. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? And who won it? You know what I'm saying? And I respect that, and I want to see that. And I'm just waiting on the Drillmatic to drop. Hopefully, they say he has a less diss track, but we gonna see, man. But sometimes then the game. He's just trying to stir up stuff, but it's marketing at the end of the day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just going, like he goes at other artists. He done dissed a whole bunch of artists on one song and or whatever, bro. I feel like he destroys a lot of his competition. I don't think he has really took. I don't feel like he really has taken the L like that. To be honest, bro. I feel like he won against 50 Cent and G Unit, and I would love to see him and Eminem go at it, just bars, hip hop, not no negative, like on some. I don't want it to turn like Biggie and Pac or these other rappers dying. I don't want to see that. They legends and they know it's rap, bro. And like the game said, it's just rap. Let's rap.
I remember back when the game killed Joe Budden.
He killed a lot of rappers, man. Joe Budden, G Unit, man, you name it. The list goes on and on, bro.
It's kind of weird, man. It'd be like seeing 50s fucking diss Eminem because he was with Game was with Aftermath. At some point he called himself the Black Slim Shady, and stuff like that, and showed love to Marshall a whole lot. So definitely weird. Did you see the new Snoop Dogg and Eminem video?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You can tell Eminem produced that track, bro. Just straight off the bat, you can tell.
Hell yeah, man. This shit's dope, man. Man, it's crazy. And again, Snoop Dogg tried his hand at Eminem for a short moment. Didn't last very long. They came cool again. If you ever all right, before I ask that question, do you feel like the game of Eminem is versus worthy?
I don't think a versus is worthy, to be honest, bro. They just, I respect the game. I love that man. He influenced me and all that, but I don't think I know he has hits. I know he has classics, but I don't think he has enough to compete with Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Like he might be able to go a couple songs here and there, but he's not gonna last a full verse. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. Hey, look, if a versus happen, I would see it just because it's them two. But I feel like I would have to go with Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just different vibes. I don't know, but as a rap battle or diss tracks, that would be worth seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Definitely. But no, what I was gonna ask after that was, man, we're gonna start with Memphis and then we're gonna go on the mainstream. If you could pick one Memphis versus, who would you put against each other?
Memphis versus who would I put against each other, bro? That's a good question, bro. Man, bro. You know what? I would have put Young Dolphin versus Yo Gotti. That would have been a good versus. But or people. Let me see. Being realistically, let me see who would I put. I okay. I would have put. That's a hard question, man. I can't think of Yo Gotti versus Young Dolph. I feel like that would have been a great versus between them two. But let me see, bro. You know what, bro? Maybe. Damn, bro. I'm trying to think, bro. That's a hard ass question you gave me, bro. You know what, bro? Okay, you know what? Kingpin, Skinny Pimp versus Player Fly, man.
I was just about to say the same. I was about to say the exact same thing, bro. I want to see Skinny Pimp versus Player Fly so bad.
I feel like that would be a good matchup. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That would be a good matchup.
Hey, by the way, shout out to motherfucking Player Fly because we're in his music video. Give me the mic coming soon.
Yeah, dropping soon, man. Dropping really
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. All right, now you gotta give me a mainstream versus, just a versus in general.
Mainstream versus, bro. Man, you know what, bro? That's a hard ass question too, man. I would love to
I'm gonna get
see
all the hard questions.
who would no wait, let me think, man. You know what, bro? I would probably love to see man, who? Okay, you know what, bro? Maybe Tech Nine versus Twister would be a good matchup because they got the same style. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! Shit. A lot of people talked about that one being a possibility too, but Tech Nine said that he wouldn't do a versus with Twister because he said Twister got hits and bangers that went, fucking on the radio and blew up, whereas Tech Nine is underground, like he admitted that, he's an underground artist, like that's had a consistent album flow, like in a different type of fan base and a different type of longevity in the game versus Twister, for instance, who, has been able to bring like hits. Tech Nine's never really had hits like that were mainstream uh, wise hits. On top of the billboards. He never topped billboards as a mainstream artist, but he's topped billboards as the number one independent artist. So yeah, man. Um, I don't know, man. Like, and then I want to ask you this, man. I introduced you. I feel like I introduced you to this. Like, maybe you were aware before, but I introduced you to the world of like horrorcore to a certain degree, right? Because like the Juggalo world, more specifically, which we've been talking about trying to go to the gathering and stuff like that, man. But you know, like shout out to Smalls One from LSP, by the way, because I think this is your first time, aside from me, ever being on a track with a horrorcore artist. Like aside from Bizarre, of course. But being like with a well-known underground horrorcore artist that track with Smalls One. What do you feel about the horrorcore genre? Like, and do you feel like you could build a fan base in the horrorcore world? You feel like you could have a following that consisted of the horrorcore fans and the juggalos? And what do you think about that culture, that world that you've been exposed to?
Man, you know what, bro? I feel like I would have not been able to do that without you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be just to be clear. Like, I was aware of the Juggalos, but I wasn't too in depth. And you put me in depth with that culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had because I always been a big Eminem fan in high school, and whenever I would mention it to I didn't even know like what it was. I just knew that some people were like, white people, man, but it wasn't many, bro. It was just like, it was certain white people that be like, fuck Eminem. We were ICP and Juggalos, and I was like, who is that? Well, what is that? And they kind of showed me, like, and then I was like, because I would kind of clown them, but I was just fucking around, you know what I'm saying? And then I started asking them like serious questions, man, like, who are these guys? I don't know these guys, and I said, okay, have they worked with somebody famous? And then off the bat, they're like, yeah, man, you got songs with 3 6 Mafia, and then they mentioned Ice T, and you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's pretty dope.
Snoop
So they
Dogg.
must. Yeah, Snoop Dogg, yeah. So they told me those three collabs, and that was before like the Chris Benoit remix came out with Ice Cube and Scarface. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But
mean they had ODB, Old Dirty Bastard. They had
oh
like
yeah, yeah.
big names, man. Slash from Guns N' Roses, fucking.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
name
even know that. I just thought they were like local cats from Detroit. And then once my homeboys, the Juggalos from Lake Corman, started giving me a little bit of insight because I started asking more serious questions. Like, who are these guys? Like, you know what I'm saying? And they started telling me, man, they got songs with 3 6 Mafia, Ice T, and Snoop Dogg. But that was all I knew. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then I like the really my first favorite Juggalo song that I like was the one that goes like, because at first I didn't like them at all, bro. They wasn't my style. They wasn't my cup of tea. I wasn't fucking with it. And then you know what I'm saying. But the Juggalos, bro, they were just hard. I mean, they were eager to. They wanted me because I was such a big rap fan, and they were like, man, how you do not fuck with them? and they were basically playing songs back to back until I actually liked one. You know what I'm saying? And once I like a song, I'll go and download it myself or I'll play it. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
like that. But the first song that I remember me liking of them, it was the man. What's it called, bro? It's look, bro. It has the intro. He's like Violent J's talking. He's saying, well, I know they go by Dark Lotus, but it was ICP and Violent J's talking in the beginning. He's like, I wouldn't trade 10 juggalos.
Oh, Juggalo Family.
Yeah, that's really like one of my favorite songs. I still listen to that one. And that was like the first actual ICP song that I liked, man. I was like, damn, this is hard, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I liked it because it wasn't just ICP. It was like their whole labels, their whole rosters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was a posse track. And then I started liking how many
Oh
times,
man.
and
Yeah,
then
how many times?
I started liking the Halls of Illusion. I thought that was a badass song. You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? Halls of Illusion.
That's
And
the
I
only song I
stab,
fuck with on.
and then I stab people. 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? I like, and then I like
Hell yeah.
the Chris Benoit remix. But I like a couple. I'm not gonna say like I fuck with the whole catalog, but I like a couple of their songs, and I respect what they're doing in the underground. Hello.
Yeah, we're good now. It froze for like a slight second. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I was saying that I probably don't listen to them heavily, but there's a couple songs that I like of them, and I respect the um I respect what they're doing. I respect the catalog. I respect that they influence. I respect the culture, and that's that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you did, and you know you might have not fully like you might have not introduced me, but you did. You know, I'm gonna be honest. You did, and you actually took me in depth, took me deeper. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's a lot of artists and a lot of things that I didn't know until you put me on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just facts, man.
So how's that going for you, man? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, is there any horrorcore artists that you like to work with, man? Like you can name off the bat?
Man, I was just happy that you put me on that remix with the paranormal song. You know, the with Smalls One. I was honoring Blaze, bro. I was happy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you got even with me with the Bizarre John, and it's not even about getting any, but I appreciate it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
And,
yeah.
and that's I respect Smalls Ones. You know, I'm not even saying that after I collab with her. I just like her style. You know what I'm saying? You know, she's a nice female and all that. So definitely, I like I like them guys, bro. Well, I don't like them that much, but them guys, I forgot their names. Twisted, I think they're all right. You know what I'm saying? Twisted,
All right.
straight. I fuck with man. Who else, bro? Who else in the world horrorcore? Oh yeah, that one guy, bro. The Joker. I think he's nice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Joker.
Yeah, Joker. I think he's nice.
So
Yeah, you introduced me to him. I think he's straight. Who else, bro? Oh, yeah, I like some stuff. I like some of Esham stuff. I'm not gonna say I listen to his old shit, but I like some of his stuff, man.
Eshawn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Gangsta Nip. I like Gangsta Nip too. You introduced me to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You
And
introduced me
remember,
to.
the South Park Coalition, South Park Mexican, was kind of a part of the South Park Coalition, which Gangsta Nip started back in the '80s.
Yeah, with K Reno and all that, right?
Yep.
And man, who else? Man, there's a couple of them, bro, that I like. You know what I'm saying? You know
You know who I think would be cool on a track with you, man?
what up?
Either either Brother Lynch Hung or Twisted Insane, man.
Oh, Twisted Insane, bro. I like Twisted Insane, bro. I'm not gonna front. I fuck with them.
Yeah, yeah. Now and of course Memphis has this set of horrorcore influence as well,
Yeah,
dating back and
like Skinny Pimp himself, man.
yeah, Skinny Pimp dove into the horrorcore genre as well.
And
And
and Tommy
you know,
Wright.
Tommy Wright the Third, man, Evil Pimp, Lord Infamous, 3 6 Mafia in general,
Yeah.
but more so Lord Infamous and Coop stuff, you know, shit like that, man. And I know there was a line, and I want to set this straight because people will hear this song and they keep asking me, "Are you talking about trying to dig up the body of Lord Infamous and Coops the nigga in the graveyard song?" And I know that's not what you meant, and I keep explaining that to him. So can you, for the record, to set it straight, you're not trying to dig up Lord Infamous and Coops.
You know what, bro? Nah, I mean, I'll tell you this much. I remember when, before I did that, I remember that you told me yourself, bro, and it was rare because you don't really, there's thing as constructive criticism. I respect that, but I didn't make it seem like you was trying to censor me or nothing, but I thought it was the first time that you was like, man, you got like, are you sure you want to spit that? You know what I'm saying?
I remember, yeah.
Huh?
I said, I remember, yeah. I remember.
Because usually you be me that be like, man, are you sure you want to put that in there? You know what I'm saying? It be me telling you that. You know what I'm saying? And you be like,
Right.
yeah, I'm like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking out. But if you want to put it, you have the last word on whatever you want to spit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't.
Yeah.
But I remember when you told me that, like, it was a first. But nah, look, really, I'm gonna tell you where that came about, man. There's a matter of fact, there's a song that's done by Snoop Dogg in the game, and it's called man, what's it called, bro? I think it's called Gang Bang 101 or something like that. In the game, he has a bar that's kind of similar to mine, but he's saying it's not a gangster party till we go and dig Pac up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's pretty much, I just pretty much remixed it with my Memphis version. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not a Memphis party till we dig up Coops the Nig and Lord Infamous who invented this.
Yeah, definitely. But I was just giving, look, bro. I didn't mean to disrespect nobody, man. And I and
Right.
and I wasn't thinking about it like that. You know what I'm saying? I was, you know what I'm saying. But I'm really paying homage and tribute. You get what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man. Because somebody asked me the other day when I played that for them, they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Did he just say you want to dig up Lord Infamous and Coops the nigga?" I'm like, he meant it well. Like, he did not mean it in that way. Like, he meant in a sense, and I was trying to explain it because I didn't fully know. I didn't know what you just told me. You know,
Yeah,
all I knew was that shit sounded dope, regardless. And I was like, but I know that you didn't mean it in that type of like light, or whatever. But yeah, man. And
now
and and, and another thing, man, that video was so fucking dope, man. It's well received by everybody who sees it, fucks with it.
well, for
And
real.
yeah, man, Graveyard is probably one of our best fucking videos we've done, man. That and of course Suckified with Mexican. But
Oh yeah.
this, bro, like this fucking video, bro, it kind of has this controversy because we went there in search of Coops to Nicka's grave.
Yeah. We were just
And we
trying to pay
couldn't find
homage,
it.
man. We wasn't trying to dig him up, man. We was just trying to pay homage, man. That was it.
Yeah, we were looking for his grave so that we could pay homage and get a shot in the video of his grave and us like doing a prayer at his grave, showing our old and respect type thing. But we couldn't find the fucking grave.
Hell no, bro.
There was too many fucking graves, and it was such a big graveyard, and it was getting dark. And we're like,
Yeah.
and Memphis was like, "Fuck it, man, let's go ahead and shoot this shit." And I'm like, "All right, then, fuck it." So I get on a fucking. We go walking, right? And we see like there's a good spot. Look at all the fucking like random coffins that are just sitting out there. These big stone mausoleum coffins that are just sitting out there. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at Belly and I'm like, "There's our spot." And Belly's like, "All right, let's do it." And at first you were a little hesitant about standing on the fucking, you're religious, you know what I'm saying, and spiritual. So I understand that 100%. At first you were a little bit like, you sure we should be standing like people were in those motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like it's getting dark, man. Let's go ahead and get this shot over with so we can get the fuck out of here. And I think we were both worried about getting caught by somebody that worked the graveyard telling us we couldn't do it and shut the shit down. But such a dope fucking video and such dope fucking mystique to that video that brings out that dark side of Memphis. Now, talking about the dark side of Memphis, the story that I want to get into as to where we were trying to do. See, we have for you guys that don't know, we have a EP that comes out every Halloween called Frightener. Ever since the inception of Latin FleX, there's volume 1, 2, and 3. Volume 4 coming out next Halloween. But there was a time where we were like trying to come up with the cover for the, because we always had these dope covers, but we wanted to have one with us in it because the last ones were just these covers of like morbid images and dark images, Halloween, images and shit. So we came up with the idea to go to the infamous Voodoo Village to take photos there and put ourselves on the front of that cover. And we had quite the experience while there. I ain't gonna lie, that shit threw me for a loop. For y'all that don't know about Voodoo Village, I want Mexiveli to go ahead and tell you this story from his perspective, because that's who I'm interviewing right now. I can tell you all day from my perspective, but I want to hear Mexiveli's take on this story.
Well, Voodoo Village, it's pretty much to them, it's a sacred temple. They say they worship, and there's really like a little neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's a little village, and it's pretty much based on
Like a
Creole
church
Haitian.
town.
Yeah, it's like Haitian Creole people that live there or whatever that do a lot of. I don't know if it's witchcraft, santeria, but it's something, along those lines. And there's a church. It's like a little dead end. First, there's a church, and then you go through the dead end, and you see the neighborhood. And it's like, yeah, if you ever seen the Blair Witch Project, it kind of reminds me of that because they got like a little
Yeah,
cross twisted up and a bunch of stuff. But it kind of reminds me, of the the Blair Witch Project. You know what I'm saying? Just how it's built and constructed.
the
You know what
Blair
I'm
bitch.
saying? and and we well, anyways, some people they try to go in there, but they have no luck because there was a guy named he's a YouTube sensation. He goes to all these abandoned places and haunted places. His name is Exploring with Josh. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know where I
Oh
don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, he actually. You seen his episode on Voodoo Village?
I did see that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was trying to get like he wasn't as fortunate as us because we actually got to speak to one of the main people up in there, but it wasn't no good exchange. But he was trying to. He lasted out. but he lasted hours and waiting, and he didn't get the same love we got. And thank God he didn't. But definitely, he was trying to get inside, get access to it, but nobody really went outside to talk to them. So we actually was able to speak to one of them, and it was just a creepy, eerie experience because you could just feel the vibe. You know what I'm saying? And it's rare because we've been there. We done drove there plenty of times. And nobody ever came out. Just that one time they were supposed to take a picture. There's that one guy, and he telling us oh, y'all be careful. Y'all don't know nothing about this. Y'all better head on going, kind of like being threatened or whatever. And
dude
they didn't.
legitimately asked us where we were parked at. That
Yeah.
freaked me out because he's like, "Where you parked at?" You know, I'm like, down there and shit. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Well, y'all better get in that motherfucker and go now."
Yeah, that was crazy because usually people they'll get away. I seen people take pictures and videos, and it was just wasn't our day. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully this Fright Night 4, we'll be able to take a quick picture and get on out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that this time we're doing it for real. And I want to go ahead and say this: we grew up with the stories of Voodoo Village
Yeah.
in Memphis.
Hmm.
The stories of Voodoo Village was crazy. The shit we heard. You know, we didn't see or experience those types of things, but I swear to God, as soon as that truck started coming down, I thought that was the bus they always talked about. I thought that was the bus. You and me both were like, "Oh my God, that's the bus! That's the bus!
Yeah.
We're gonna die!"
Yeah, but it was really a tow truck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a tow truck. It was the dude that told us to get the fuck out of there. The dude to unlock the gate. But no, man, some of the stories that what were some of the stories you heard about Voodoo Village growing up?
You know what, bro? I don't heard what you heard. I heard that they used to have a tow truck or school bus, and since it's a dead end, that once you were in that dead end and you try to turn around, they'll open up the gate and they'll pull that school bus where you're not able to get out, and you'll get jumped, beat up with bats, or sometimes I heard about vehicles suddenly stopping. That never happened to me, man. But and then the story that your dad told us that day that where they went to Voodoo Village and one of his friends, well, I guess one of them guys in Voodoo Village told your dad's friend like, well, tomorrow you're gonna have back problems, your back's gonna be hurting, and he woke up and
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was creepy, man. But let me tell you, I got a story, man. Besides the story that me and you went through, there was you remember my homeboy Leon?
Yeah, you and Lem went out there, right?
Yeah, we went out there. I was surprised he ain't never heard of Voodoo Village. And I said, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? And I said, you know what, bro, I'll drive this time. You don't got to worry about waiting. But he was like, you know what, I'll drive. So we wound up taking his whip. and then he wind up taking his strap because he was like, "Ain't nobody gonna Texas chainsaw me." So he came prepared, bro. He had a strap, and then we wind up going to the dead end. You know what I'm saying? Just like we usually do. We go to the dead end, we turn around, and we leave. And we go in the neighborhood, bro, and we just cruising slow because we're trying to watch the neighborhood. And then once we start getting out, bro, we noticed that there was a piece of dead bird, and it wasn't there before we got there. You know what I'm saying? It was like a big, I don't know if it was an owl, but it was like a fucking chicken just that they thrown out in the road. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And that was just crazy because it wasn't there when we got there, and as soon as we turned around, it's there all of a sudden in the middle of the night type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah.
I gotta get you on. I'm bringing the homeboy Natrix back for the second to do another interview. Second part of our interview, really, on
Right.
Halloween for the Hip Hop and Horror podcast. I'm bringing it back every Halloween. I gotta get you on there this Halloween as well, so we could talk about some of your paranormal experiences and stuff like that. But you know, is there anything that you want to discuss as far as projects coming up? Is there anything that's in the works that you want to go ahead and plug, like that you haven't plugged already?
I'll tell you what, man. I do wanna, I'm gonna speak on my artists first, or my people, my team, and then I'll speak on myself. I'm definitely, like you mentioned, the people in a couple months we will be working and we'll be releasing the Fright Night 4. I didn't think I had it in me, but thanks to you, we're gonna do it again, and this time we're gonna get a picture on Voodoo Village so the fans can see what's up. I'm looking forward to the Fright Night, and I know it's gonna be better than the. Well, I love all the Fright Nights. We're blessed to even have Bizarre on one of them, and I don't know who we're gonna have on this Fright Night, but just be on the lookout. It's gonna be a hardcore artist. I mean, underground, whatever, and as the Nutso, I'm as Nutso. I don't know if he's gonna do a mixtape or album. I know that we talked and he's thinking about putting singles, but maybe later on down the line he's able to put a compilation disc. And he's one of my homeboys, and he needs me on a feature. I'm there. We got a song called "Go Off," and that's one of his first singles that he did, produced by him. And also we're working on the Murai, our homeboy Lucy's project. You know what I'm saying? We're featured on it. I think I'm featured so far. Noto's featured once. You're Messi King are featured once, but y'all might be featured more. But it ain't about being us featured. I just want him to, of course we're gonna be featured. I want him to display his. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And definitely I got the project with Mexi King. He's well, it was supposed to be released, but I got to renew my distro kit, and once I get that renewed, that project's dropping. And it's the second project I executive produced. You know what I'm saying? Because I did the first when he was in prison, and this time that he's out, we grabbed all the songs that he did in the studio, whether it was your studio, Kingpin, Skinny Pimp Studio, or AC Dutch, and we just put all the songs in there. You know what I'm saying? Good quality, good engineering, good mixing and mastering, and we're featured on it, and I played a major role. I executive produced, and once that drops, I also want to definitely, I don't know, if you need me on your project, mixtape albums, just know I'm there. And as far as for me, well, once I renew my distro kit, like I said before, also the Lamp Flex, because me and my homeboy, me and Midsouth Monster, we got all like 35 songs, you know what I'm saying, in one project. And and it has the first song, all the songs that you can think of, but just me and him, no features. And once that drop, we're gonna work on Forever Flex, and that's gonna have the songs that wasn't included that didn't get to make it, along with actual features this time. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have features from our artists, from our camp to we'll even include the big names like the ones that we recorded with. And me as a solo artist, I do have these projects in mind. I have the one of them is called the Major Comeback. I'm thinking about putting a number like mixtape tracks in there, and then I got the compilation disc, and I feel like that's gonna be the project that I'm gonna be more invested in because I got local acts, I got y'all, label mates, and I got big names like Kingpin, Skinny Pam, Kelsey Lynn, Smalls One, Bizarre, and any artist that I can think of, Lil White, you know what I'm saying, Kusta Nigga on that project, but I got y'all in it, and not just that, I also got a lot of solo songs, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna have like 10 solo songs in there, so because a lot of people be like, you need a, and they're right, man. I need to stop doing, well, not stop doing features, but I need to do more solo songs and focus on
Yeah.
myself, get myself out there, you know what I'm saying.
Definitely. Also, I wanna go back to the Fright Night Volume 4 and
All right,
mentioning the horrorcore artists. I can already
if you give me
go
1
ahead
minute,
and
man, just
tell
one
y'all.
second. I give 1 second.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
I'll wait till you get back. So
No, no. All
you
right,
can.
1 second. Hey, what's up, bro?
My guy got to. See, I'm telling you, he's the boss, man. He always working, man. Taking phone calls and shit. He always working.
See that real light?
If y'all don't know, I'm sipping on some champagne for this interview. Sipping on some champagne for this interview. Also, if you guys want to contact Mexiveli, make sure you look below at the bottom of the screen. Follow at Mexiveli at all social media platforms. And if you want him on your track, go ahead and hit him up. Talk to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he'll be able to work out a deal with you or, work with you in some way. He's an easy guy to approach as long as you about your business and as long as you about your shit. So if you want Mexiveli at your show or you want him to perform or on your podcast or in your interviews or wherever that you would like Mexiveli to be, you know what I'm saying? And whatever you want Mexiveli on or to feature with, you on, go ahead and get at my guy Mexiveli on all social media platforms and I'm sure he'd be willing to work with you. But yeah, man, we got a lot of shit coming in the works. We talked about the fact that Mexiveli has been in movies and TV that's coming soon. We talked about the fact that Mexiveli is a CEO, that he's a managing artist, that he also looks forward to being able to get into production. He looks forward to being able to get into more engineering, and take other roles in the industry behind the scenes. He came from the roots of battle rapping. He came from the roots of ciphering. He came from the roots of DIY independent grind, and the Latin culture behind him, as well as being one of the few artists in Memphis of Latin descent and Latin heritage. And that right there in a nutshell is showing you the vision of this person dripped in mystique, dripped in history, and dripped in complete knowledge of what he's doing. This guy, and I'm just not saying this to blow gas up his ass or smoke up his ass or gas him up. This ain't that. This is an artist acknowledging who the person is entirely. And he's not just my brother, man. This dude right here has influence. So we see all this, and before we close out, with the interview, we're gonna chop it up with him for a few more minutes and let him plug what he needs to plug.
And then ahorita todo el para atrás está cool, bro. I got you. So we're gonna get off right?
Also, if any of you guys are going to either the Gathering of the Juggalos or you're going to the Float.
My bad. I'm back now, man. That's my fault.
You're good, brother. But yeah, if either at the Gathering of the Juggalos or Tom Woods Float in Arkansas, you will see us at one of those events. And if you don't see Mexiveli there, for whatever reason, you're definitely going to see me there. You're going to see one of us there or some of us there at the event, networking as well. So, come and holler at us. But what was we talking about before you got your phone call?
Man, my bad. I was oh yeah, we were talking about projects and what I had coming. I was telling you that hey, I'm working on compilation. That was
sorry, bro. Sorry.
Now you good, bro. It's my fault.
I wanted to say this for you. An artist that is already pretty much been confirmed for Fright Night Volume 4 is none other than American Idol contestant and semi-celeb trap metal fucking horrorcore artist and newest addition to Memphis legend MC Max Kamikaze, none other than Bo Kills, will be on Friday Night Volume 4 with me and Mexiveli.
Man, as I'm honored and blessed, man, you made that connection. You know, you got to meet dude. I was in the same location with him, but I didn't recognize him. I didn't know who he was, man. I would have got to meet him or flick with him, but it is what it is. At least I get to be on the track with him, and that's dope, you know.
Hell yeah, man. It's
I
gonna
look
be dope.
forward to it.
So anything else you want to plug? Any we already established your social medias. I don't know if you noticed that on the bottom of the screen there. I hope I got it right. Mexiveli at all social media, correct?
Yeah, all social media. Just on TikTok, you got to put the underscore at the end. And I got another Instagram account. You just put Mexiveli901, but my main account is Mexiveli everything, Mexiveli, and that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, SoundCloud, you name it. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube, it's Mexiveli Don, because I think there's this little poser gamer that's using my name, but fuck it, everybody recognize real. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Hell
And
yeah, man.
but definitely, I just want to give thanks to you for having me on your platform and even taking your time to discuss our projects and my upbringing and even the Land Flex, of course, because Land Flex is a really important um, instrumental part in my career. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if it wasn't for Land Flex, I probably wouldn't even have as much content. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But definitely it's because of you and my team that I got a lot of content, a lot of collabs, a lot of features, and you also put me up with the right people, definitely. And as far as like shows, we did the Lagori Palooza, and oh yeah, man, this is we're live. I was talking to Jose Salazar, a local activist from
Oh
Memphis,
yeah, I did
Tennessee.
too. Mr. Shadow is probably gonna be brought to Memphis,
Yeah,
man.
that's what I'm sure. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. About Mr. Shadow, he's thinking about bringing Mr. Shadow in, and he wants us to open up. So definitely, we'll be opening up for a Chicano rap legend. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Shadow, the Mayhem Click, the Shamicha Park, all that. So yeah, definitely, Mr. Shadow. We're gonna be doing a show. I don't know when, but I know where in Memphis. And also, we gotta definitely link up with DJ Manny Campos because he wants us to do a couple shows for the Somos Uno night. Car club show and the Reyes Customs. So definitely, we're gonna be doing some shows. It's picking up. COVID might have slowed us down, but we back on it, man. We back on it.
yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. It's funny because I was talking to Jose earlier, man, and I'm
Me
like,
too, man.
I want to bring Mr. Shadow to Memphis, and I'm like, yeah. I said, can we open up? And he's like, I got you. And I'm like, let me talk to Mexiveli, man. He's like, nah, I got you. I'll talk to him. I'm like, all right, bet. And then I'm like, yo, whatever we can do to help, let me know so we can all be a part of it and have our name on it. You know what I'm saying? As well as knowing that we helped with it. And he's like, all right, bet. So, whatever we can do, uh, as far as coming up, finding the venue, I told him to reach out to Reyes Customs, actually, to see about doing this event there. So I don't know if it's going to be at Reyes Customs. It's going to be up to him. But I would love to see it happen there because, that's also where we all got to meet Miklo from Blood In, Blood Out, and I got to take the picture that would be the cover of my first EP, Memphis Miklo.
Yeah, man. I remember, bro. I was a marketing scheme. Remember, I told you, man, I did it for the team, bro. And
Yeah,
I took us up there and I said, man, you gotta do this, man. You gotta do this, bro. It's gonna be look good, and it did, bro. It's your first, and it's still getting plays, man. I don't know what the numbers are, but I know it's over 7,000. You know what I'm saying? And it's maybe even more now. But that was dope, bro. That was dope. And
it
yeah,
was dope, but it was such a cold, dark, almost rainy day. It was such a dull fucking day.
it was such a
I
dark
remember,
day, bro. And we got look.
me and Mr. King were both hungover as fuck. Like,
Now there's actually everything we do is documented. And we got these blogs. We got a blog with that. That same weekend, I think Twister came because I know the blog is the Twister night, and then it skips to the Miklo. So y'all be able to check that out on my homeboy's page. I'll post it on my page. but definitely we do these blogs too. Oh yeah, I'm glad that we're still on the topic because well, we need to do it more, but we got these blogs where we also posted up with Mayweather, or we documented all that, or the shows that we've done, and we still got a couple blogs in the vault. Like we did one for the Play a Fly behind the scenes music video, and then we
Right.
also got one for
We'll
the
get to it. We got the behind the scenes for the Always movie shoot.
yeah, definitely. And what else? I think there was something else in the vault, man. I forgot, man. But this is one or two blogs that haven't hit the light, but it will be all online.
Like even us just fucking around in the studio and shit with Dark Paper and Fuller's Bad, I Am
Skinny Pimp,
Nothing,
Skinny Pimp.
Danny Pimp was in there a couple of times. Fraser Boy made an appearance on one of them. Like you never know who we're gonna cross or who's gonna be in our vlogs, man. So if you were watching this, then you already on my channel. So go ahead and click that button right there on the down left side of the screen. That is my channel, Midsouth Monster, and go and check out all the songs, music videos, content, vlogs, etc. that we have on there. And I'm glad we're talking about footage because we've been even with Lagodi Palooza and other things, we're putting together all the footage that we can and we're compiling it into a documentary, which there's already a mini documentary that we got out right now, which was the SCM documentary when we was nominated for the SCM Awards in Memphis, but COVID-19 disrupted it. So we were unable to even attend the awards, even though we probably would have won Best Hip Hop Duo in Memphis Award at the SCM Awards. But we did a documentary about, not just that, but about our upbringing, and it's just like a short infomercial, if you will, almost like a EPK, if you will. But that shit's out, so go and check that out because it's like a prelude to the actual exclusive documentary that I'm working on right now. That we're all gonna be compiled in and showing the ups, downs, etc. of what we're doing with our history with what's going on now, what we're looking to do in the future. What you're gonna see us at our best, and sometimes you're gonna see us at our worst. Sometimes you're gonna see us in between. Because I wanted this to be a personal introduction that we're normal people. We have problems. We got struggles. We got all these things in our life that ultimately are the reasons that we're trying to get the fuck out of here and do something better. You know what I'm saying? And create something better. And that's why I want to document everything. So we're working on that. And it's going to include music videos. It's also going to include interviews. That's also going to include show footage, behind the scenes footage, interviews with all the people in FleX Asylum. And we're also in the near future, and sometime I'm thinking at least after Christmas and well into the New Year's, I'm hoping to have a DVD release of that as well. So this is all being formulated right now and all being put together as we speak. Um, and Mexiveli, I appreciate you for being a part of my life, my podcast, my music, my career. Like, for y'all that don't know, this dude right here means the world to me, man. And it's because of how much you have put into me and into what we're doing, how much you believe in it as much as I believe in it. And that's where we need to be at with this. Anything else you want to touch on?
Man, I was just, just know that I appreciate you the same way you appreciate me likewise. And, I do want to definitely, you had asked me about the investments, and I do, besides putting us on interviews, paying for these features, I also want to do a compilation disc, like a double album, and include a DVD with the music videos, exclusive interviews, and behind the scenes and music. You know what I'm saying? All that, bro. I want to do something like that for us. You know what I'm saying? For all the artists, and I just want to I feel like we discussed just about everything, the from even being at school, you selling your tickets, and me just, well, us just freestyling and ciphering and all that, man. And maybe later on down the line, I feel like we should expand and also do our own battle league. You know what I'm saying? We don't got a battle rap. We just got to be posted up like Organic and AC Dutch and just run the show. You know what I'm saying? Help out other people. Help out. It don't even, definitely we target the Latino audience, but we help out everybody. No matter if you white, black, we don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? We got, we definitely got a black brother named Nutso, and he's on the Flex. The Midsouth Flex Coalition. We got a Chicano Tejano rapper, Messi King, and definitely my bro. He's Latino, but he's also white, and we never forget none of that. You know what I'm saying? Just know that
Yeah, yeah,
everybody's welcome to the circle. Everybody's welcome to the table. We all gotta bring something to the table, though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, man.
But just know that I'm
Well, with that
excited.
being, I'm
Just
sorry.
know
Go
that.
ahead.
Nah, just saying that. Just know that I'm excited. And I look forward for these projects that are gonna come out soon this year, or before the year ends, or at New Year's. You know what I'm saying? But just know that it's coming. We got a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. And the road shall be paved and flex.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, indeed. All right. So with that being said, man, thank you for being here, man. Love you to death. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
love you too,
saying?
bro.
We covered pretty much everything, right? Everything
Yeah.
good. Nothing left unsaid.
Man, I feel like everything's been said from rap battles, diss tracks, who we like, pop culture, influences, top fives, who we want to work with. Everything's been said. You know what I'm saying? They also future shows that we've got with Jose Salazar, bringing in Mr. Shadow, and definitely Reyes Customs because they bought a lot of people. They bought Juan Gotti, they bought Little Ra, they bought Rey Mysterio, Thunder Rosa. They bought a lot of big names. That's important to the Chicano and the urban culture. You know what I'm saying? So definitely we'll be able to do something, big and bigger. And shout outs to DJ Manny Campos, Messi King, I'm Nutso. Shout outs to DJ Wapo, everybody that helped us out, DJ Mono, Kingpin, Skinny Pimp, Give Me Some Family. Oh yeah, 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 definitely. We're also featured on the Give Me Some project coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Homeboys on the cover. And we also got I forgot. Oh yeah, and Rage, definitely hot collab, man.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds dope too. Wait till y'all hear it.
Yeah, man, that's
Wait
pretty
till y'all
much it,
hear it.
man.
All right, man. Well, y'all heard it here first. There's been a lot talked about. We went over everything. Everything is from the front end, solid, locked in. Mexiveli, man. Again, down at the bottom, follow at Mexiveli on all social media platforms. Make sure you get him, my guy. If you want him on any of your projects, you want him in a movie, you want him in any type of anything that you got going on, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's a good dude to talk to whenever it comes to making connections as well, man. As long as you got a mindset that he sees that you have the same drive that we got. So with that being
Definitely.
said, man, thank you very much. This has been episode motherfucking 3
Yes.
of the Mid South Flex podcast. I'm your host,
Easy.
Mid South Monster. It's my brother Mexiveli, and we'll see you next time.
God bless. Easy, man.